Good evening, and welcome to Hanging with the Walkers. Here with my host and co-host, Rogers Walker. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Hanging with the Walkers. And as you can see, it's just me on today, still hanging with the Walkers. He's still not in the studio, but he's not too far away from us. So, welcome to Hanging with the Walkers. And we are excited to get into this interview with the one and only Dr. Pamela Davis Green. You have not met her, but please help me welcome Dr. Green to Hanging with the Walkers. Welcome, Dr. Green.
Thank you so much. Truly, it's an honor to be a guest on your podcast. I am so excited. Thank you.
Oh, all right, all right. I'm telling you, we are more excited to have you. Just so many interesting things that I'm learning about you. Just that fast. Like, oh my goodness, we know we're multi-talented. We have a whole lot of things that's going on with us, but we really don't know what we don't know until we get to tap into someone and find out their background. So please tell us a little bit about Dr. Green.
Yeah, yes.
Share what you want to about your background.
Of course, I am from a large family, a family of 11. I'm the fourth child, the oldest girl, and I grew up in Palmetto, Florida.
Oh.
Yes, I have 5 children and 11 grandchildren. And I'm the CEO and founder of Grace in the Kingdom, which I produce events and I do a lot of community events as well.
Uh-huh.
And that's pretty much it. I graduated of Barbizon School of Modeling, graduated from State College of Florida, graduate of Dudley Cosmetology University. I love learning.
Oh, that is so awesome. That is so awesome. So you are a product of Palmetto, Florida.
Yes, ma'am.
So am I saying it right? Is it Palmetto or Palmetto?
Either or is the same.
Like tomato, right?
Right. It's still gonna taste like a tomato.
So we see the PALM and we think Palmetto, and
Right.
then some people coming from other places they'll say Palmetto.
Right.
So I want to make sure that I'm saying it right on today. So Palmetto for my country bunking for real.
I feel you right there. I'm the same way.
Oh my goodness. So welcome to a product of Palmetto, Florida. I am from the East Coast, Fort Pierce, Florida, a little small, or not so small city on the East Coast of Florida. We've done some things, been around the corner and that sort of thing. But we are excited about our cities, no matter
Mhm.
what's going on in them. We're excited about our cities. Um, and then to know that you graduated, I've heard so much about the Dudley Cosmetology University and the quality that it promotes.
Yeah.
And my hairstylist, shout out to Marion Leaks. She was a graduate of Dudley Cosmetology University. So tell me about your experience with that.
Oh my goodness. When I first met Mr. Joe Dudley Sr., it was in Orlando at a hair show.
Uh-huh.
And he was offering to that you can further your education in cosmetology.
Hmm.
And a lady there by the name of Dr. Irene Parson. And I wanted to know how she became a doctor in cosmetology.
Uh-huh.
So and they give you ideas how you can be funded to come to their university, and it worked for me. I did it for over 6 years where my clients were prepaid for services that would help me to attend the university for six
Oh
years.
wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
I've heard so many wonderful things about him,
Oh,
um, and what he has given, to the community to get them in, um, to be able to experience that Dudley school or university.
right.
Is
One
it
thing
still is it still in existence?
not in existence, but
Oh,
Okay, sorry.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, it's not there anymore, but his product still exists.
Okay, okay.
Therefore, one thing I can say from my experience that he believed in bringing people together.
That's awesome.
Believe in unity. He believed in sharing. It's like when you leave from the campus, you feel totally a fresh, new, inspired.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a person that was down to earth. He didn't mind coming over, talking to you. You didn't have to be a celebrity or whatever. And I just love what he promoted.
Wow.
Hmm.
So I also understand that in going to his school, the students that graduated from there had like a sense of pride. Is that true?
Well, it was something that was accomplished. He gave us,
Uh-huh.
he set the boundaries to give us an opportunity to further our understanding beyond the basic cosmetology skills.
Wow.
Yes, it was. I thought I was gonna, which I am. I have a doctorate degree, but the intents of the teaching and the learning, and I didn't want to just go to school to say I went to Dudley and just to have a doctorate degree. I wanted to know that I know what I know. I know. So I
It's all right.
into Dr. Parson. I said, I don't want to just pass with a C or whatever. I want to do better. She said, baby, you got to study. And that's what I
Mm.
did. I hired me a tutor, and it was all A's from there.
How long did it take you to get your doctorates?
6 years.
6 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Flying up there. We stayed on campus. They gave us our tuition, included our 3 meals a day,
Hmm.
all classes,
And
hands on well.
where was the classes held?
On his university, at his university in Greensboro, North Carolina.
In North Carolina. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is that is exciting. Uh,
Yes.
so if you're just tapping on, you're tapping on with us with Dr. Pamela Davis Green. She is a graduate of the Dudley Cosmetology University out of North Carolina. So we have our own celebrity in the house, y'all. You ought to applaud that because everybody didn't make it through Dudley
I tell you, it truly is an honor to be a part of that, the graduation there. Yes.
and the classes.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you
Yes.
keep in touch with those that you actually graduated with?
Not actually, because we all went our own separate ways.
Separate ways. Yes,
Thank
yes.
that. From
Wow.
the small town of Palmetto,
Yes.
they got a Greyhound bus and
Mm-hmm.
loaded the bus up, and they
Wow.
came up to support me at my graduation for my.
I love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. That's what the villages do. They support you.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
is so awesome. That is so, now please you gotta elaborate and share with us about this Barbizon School of Modeling.
Okay.
Tell us about the modeling.
The Barbizon School of Modeling at that time was located in Tampa, Florida. I attended. I was working at a little restaurant at DeSoto Square Mall, and I attended and graduated. And then I went back to be an instructor there. I knew that I had within myself, within the fiber of my beings, something pertaining to modeling and fashion.
Mm.
So after the graduation, they offered me a job. I worked there for about a year, and
Uh-huh.
then they wanted to take my ideas because my students, I named my students there, which was doctors and lawyers or whatever, whoever they may be. The student
Mm-hmm.
that was in my class, I named them my diamonds.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
that's how I started. Diamonds are you. I'll let them know
Nice.
are a diamond, and build up their confidence, their self-esteem. And when it was time for graduation, we shine like a diamond.
Wow. That's nice. That's
Yes,
nice. And so, which came, the Barbizon School of Modeling came first,
yes, ma'am.
and then the Dudley Cosmetology University.
Yes, ma'am.
So, CEO and founder of Grace in the Kingdom, and
Yes,
then Diamonds Are You.
diamonds are you first, because remember from Barbizon School
From
of Modeling,
Dudley. Gotcha.
yes, but from Barbizon School of Modeling, I started my Diamonds Are You hair salon, and then I had my productions.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Diamonds Are You was a way to be able to promote. That's okay. We understand. We're having a good conversation, so of course we'll go in and out. But if you're just tapping on, we are in the midst of an interview with Dr. Pamela Green. Um, she is a graduate of the Dudley Cosmetology University and also a graduate of the Barbizon School of Modeling. So we're honored to have her. We're just having a little technical difficulty, but she'll be back with us in a little bit. Um, Shout out to our host and co-host, Pastor Rogers Walker. He's on the road, traveling, so safe travels to him, traveling grace and mercy to him as God brings him back home safely. But he is watching, he is listening. Shout out to all of you all for tapping in on tonight to hang out with us on Hanging with the Walkers with the one and only Dr. Pamela Green. Dr. Pamela Davis Green. Okay, it'll connect in a few minutes. Just hang in there with us. Can you still hear us, Dr. Green? I can't hear you, but okay. She'll come back on in just a minute. But we are so thankful, so grateful for those that God would bring in our midst. Um, there she is. Hold on one second, y'all.
Yes.
There we go. There we go.
Well, I'm a great learner. I'm gonna find a way to get back
That's
on.
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's got to be something or someone that's on the line that needs to hear this information. The reason why it's trying to play with us on tonight, but that's okay. We know how to keep it rolling until we get where we're going.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, with the Diamonds Are You? Tell us about that organization.
The Diamonds Are You, the school. First, it was I named my hair salon that, which I was the proprietor of a salon called Diamonds Are You,
Uh huh.
off of full service for 20 years, 18 years.
Wow.
Right. And then the Diamonds Are You, the school, I would teach from age 6 to 75,
Wow.
the proper stance, the proper walk, the eye contact, everything that falls under voice projection. That means speaking in front of an audience. Color coordination, what colors work best with you that would give you energy. Photography, theater. I would teach jazz modeling, creative modeling. I would teach basic modeling, tea room modeling.
My
All that are some
goodness.
things that I offer with the Diamonds Are You School.
Wow. Is that still in existence?
I'm getting ready to reopen it back up as I speak.
That is awesome. That is awesome because just the name itself says a whole lot.
Yes, ma'am.
It it projects royalty. Makes you feel good about yourself. We used to have a group called Teens Making a Difference in Four Peers,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I used to share with them that they are diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we allow someone to enter in or hurt us, degrade us, disrespect us, we're chipping off the value of our diamonds. So never let someone flaw your diamond. Never let someone discredit the value that you really have within yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love that. And
Absolutely.
then being able to teach it at that young age, which is where it's needed.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness. So you are getting ready to open that back up and it will be in the Palmetto area,
It would be in Manatee County. And
Manatee County.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then you'll keep us posted about that.
I will.
Definitely. And then you say CEO and founder of Grace in the Kingdom.
Right. Well, I had an encounter with our Father in heaven.
Uh-huh.
So the Diamonds Are You will fall under the umbrella of Grace in the Kingdom.
Gotcha.
The reason why is because, having a conversation with God, and he was like, we as uh, the body of Christ, we have more to. We don't have a lot of places we can go where it's comfortable, where we can enjoy ourselves to an event. Just because we are in the kingdom doesn't mean that we don't like to look good. We don't like fashion. We like fashion.
That's right. That's right.
We like to go out and have a nice evening where we can enjoy ourselves besides work, church, and home.
Uh-huh.
So he had me to change the name because he said, "Okay, Pam, I let you do it all these years your way. Now I want everything you do to honor me." So
Wow.
Diamond said, "You fall under the umbrella of grace in the kingdom."
That is awesome. That's awesome. Like a
Yes,
full-time everything. Just what we need right in our area, more or less.
yes, ma'am.
Wow. So you taught how to walk, how to dress, how to
Yes,
stand,
I
how to
understand.
carry yourself,
Yes,
how to
ma'am.
cross your legs and
Ac- Actually, we as women should not like cross our legs over. We should tuck our legs under and hold our knees together.
uh-huh. And
Yes,
see, from a nursing standpoint, that's good because we know that it can impair circulation, cause pinched nerves and sciatica and everything else when you cross your legs. But you know, everybody think it looks dainty and it looks ladylike and whatnot. But there are more medical issues in you crossing your legs than people would realize. So I'm there with you. I'm there
yes,
with you.
yes, yes,
Yes, I
ma'am.
am there with you. And if you are just joining us, welcome to Hanging with the Walkers. We have the distinct pleasure and honor to be in the presence of Dr. Pamela Davis Green. She is a graduate of the Dudley Cosmetology University. She is also a graduate of the Barbizon School of Modeling. She's the pastor of Miracle Healing and Deliverance Ministries right in Palmetto, Florida. She's a roundabout, full circle here to help you in and out of ministry.
Yes.
CEO and founder of Grace in the Kingdom. And then Diamonds, are you school? Do you still do the hair salon?
I do. I have a few clients that I still do because I'm kind of
Gotcha.
semi-tired. You know,
Uh-huh.
I may go back into it because I really love doing hair because it gives me a connection with my clients.
Right, right. That's a personal thing.
Yes, ma'am. Also, I've learned that our health and our a lot of things that how we feel about our hair, our health has a lot to do what's going on with our hair and stuff. And a lot of clients don't know that. They don't know we speak when we speak negative stuff about our hair gonna give us just what we speak. If
Oh,
we
wow.
our hair will show up and show out and start being beautiful every day. We have to
Wow.
appreciate our hair. We have to be careful of what we speak about our hair. Then we have to mind not being under stress because stress can cause your hair to thin out. It can cause it to act different to different products. It can go on and on and on. You know, and I like that part, which I learned that from Mr. Dudley.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, we're getting some really good tips here tonight, ladies. You know what to do. Make sure to, and gentlemen, make sure to please like and share this video because someone that you know may need this information. How many times have we fussed at our hair because it did not do what we wanted it to do? It didn't lay down like we wanted to. It didn't curl like we wanted to. How many times have we said some awful things while we are trying to do our hair? And causing all kind of issues, all kind of breakage and patches and everything else. So tonight we're learning, even with your hair, even with your body, even with your health, you have to speak positive and avoid stress, as you said, right?
Yes, ma'am. And one other thing I would like to say, this forgiveness touch every area.
Come on,
You
come
can't
on.
expect for your health to be healthy if you're holding on forgiveness. Sorry.
Ooh,
Sorry. It's not gonna act right. Something you need to let.
wow.
And then sometimes it don't have to be somebody. It may have to be yourself. You keep beating yourself up about something that you have not forgiven yourself of.
Let it
And
go.
trust God in the process. And now your hair know how to fall back in line and start acting the way that it's designed to act for you to fall in love with it again.
Instead of cutting it all off and abandon it.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness.
You still have the same situation.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it is. If we're holding unforgiveness, it's gonna affect I don't know how I got on this subject, but it's
Come
gonna
on.
not only your hair, it'll affect your love life, it'll affect your very being. It would
Mm.
affect organs. And if you hold it a long time, then our organs will start failing. You
Oh
know,
my goodness.
that we have to forgive. We have to learn some things you might not can't forgive all at once. But if you ask God for help, God help me to forgive and help me to let.
Mm, mm, mm,
And
mm.
they have to go through the process. But as long as you're on your way, the Bible says if you're willing and obedient. So I'm willing, Lord, to forgive, but I don't know how. He'll step in and help us. Inch by inch is a cinch.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yes,
Listen, I know y'all thinking to yourself that Pastor Barbara prompted Dr. Green to go there about forgiveness, but they know that we are big. We know that the scripture reminds them every podcast we have that if you don't forgive them, how do you expect him to forgive you?
absolutely.
And then I took them to the word. You have to forgive them right then. You
Yes.
can't
Oh,
wait. You can't sweat them. You can't make them uh, buy you diamonds and rings and big houses and fancy cars for them to forgive you. He says, when it occurs that
yeah.
you're supposed to forgive them. See, somebody need to hear this tonight. We know what we're doing. We know what we came here to do, but we have sense enough to follow the direction of the Holy Ghost. If he shift, we
Yes.
following right along with it.
Yes.
Because guess what? We pastor to pastor. This is Pastor Dr. Pamela Davis Green of Miracle Healing and Deliverance Ministry. And listen at the name of her ministry, Miracle Healing and Deliverance Ministry in Palmetto. So you know that God gave her a gift to work it from the head to the toe,
Yes,
from the
ma'am.
inside to the outside, so
Ma'am.
that healing can begin.
Yes,
And if
ma'am.
we allow unforgiveness to be released from our body,
That, oh, come on now.
whole lot of conditions that we're dealing with, ulcers and
Yeah.
pain and sciatica and fibromyalgia and autoimmune disorders, hair loss, all these things that we're dealing with in our bodies, backache, neck ache,
Yes.
strains, muscle spasms, all of these things. If we allow unforgiveness to be free from our body, we'll
Mm-hmm.
probably be healed and be off half the pills that we're taking.
Yeah, you better say so.
See, they're trying to mess us up tonight, but we gonna
Oh,
stay focused. We gonna stay professional. We are, but if we have to go there, we'll go there. How about that?
yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness. So one thing about you that those around you do not know.
Well, if you put me on the spot, I tend to shy down. Believe it or not,
Wow.
I was just get quiet. If
Wow.
I'm put on the spot,
Uh-huh.
that's it. That's one of the major things. I will just kind of shut down.
So you're shy.
Somewhat at times, if I'm put on the spot, I'm shy.
Gotcha.
But if I'm prepared for it, okay, let's go with it.
So through all the things and organizations that you have started, birth, helped, you're still in a place to where if they put you on the spot, you're shut down.
Somewhat,
That's interesting.
somewhat to a degree.
That's interesting.
If I'm given a few moments to recollect myself, then I could mentally prepare instantly of whatever the reaction to whatever it is that I've been put into.
You can rebound.
Yes. Thank
Gotcha.
you. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. 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 All right. I'll let that alone, but I might have to come back to that. So presently you're at the Real Vision Barber Academy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. And I'm loving the graduation pictures of those that are
Oh,
graduating from the
yes.
academy.
Yes.
Always hit it and say congratulations. I think that's awesome because we're giving them a fresh start, a new
Yes.
start,
Yes, ma'am.
and then you're doing it legal.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That paperwork got to be right.
That's it, not that backdoor thing.
No, ma'am. The
That's
DBP
it.
play because they will shut you down.
Ah,
Yes, ma'am.
I heard about it.
Oh, yeah, it's real.
Because if they come in and the paperwork is not there,
Even with the school, even with the academy, if it's not in order, because we never know when an inspector will come in.
Gotcha.
Just like at the salons, we have inspections. They send them down for the salons. They don't tell us when they're gonna come. And since I have been teaching the theory class, we have had more graduates
That's
from
nice.
the academy because they understand. I put it where when I teach it where it's basic, where you can understand it regardless of what background you come from. And so when you get ready to go to the board to take your test, you'll understand the questions when it's proposed to you.
Okay. How long is the school?
Well, it's according to what you decide that you will take up. We are barbering school, so if you do restricted barbering, that would take you probably up to 6 months or a little less. If you
Uh-huh.
want a master barbering class, it will take you 9 months because it covers all the cosmetology areas as well as the barbering.
Okay, so basic or either master barber.
Right, master
Okay.
or restricted barber.
I've seen some things, some pages on Facebook that said master barber. So I wonder what the difference in that is.
The difference is the master barber will be able to do chemicals, any type of chemicals, and anything else that fall under the field of cosmetology.
Gotcha.
So if you're a restricted barber, you're not allowed to do no type of colors, which everybody's getting their hair cut short and they're getting colors and stuff. Those are master barbers. They do that fade on there and put them lines in there. Those are master barbers. Restricted barbers
Gotcha.
only just barber and use the razor. They could shampoo, but that is about it. They can't do anything else.
Like a basic.
They just do basic. Now they can always come back to school and further their training to be a master barber.
And if they're doing it, some of them may be bootleg.
Yeah, you got them out there. They'll do it now. But that's
But
between them, DBPR, and God. That's between
that's
them,
it. That's it. That's it. But y'all want to show them the right way of
right?
how to do it.
Absolutely.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness. And I know while we have her on the line on this side, welcome Marion Mack from Palmetto. Prayers for the Johnson family. They just laid to rest their matriarch, Mother Johnson. So
Oh,
shout out to her. She tapped on to with us on tonight. So we definitely were praying during the service, and we'll continue to pray for the Johnson family.
yeah.
She was an awesome woman of God. So I just wanted to share that while she was on the line.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So if you just tapped on to Hanging with the Walkers, we are in the presence of awesome woman of God, Pastor Dr. Pamela Davis Green. She is a graduate of the Barbizon School of Modeling, the Dudley Cosmetology University. She's also the pastor of the Miracle Healing and Deliverance Ministry in Palmetto, Florida. As a matter of fact, she is a product of Palmetto, Florida. So we shout out to Palmetto. Some
Yes,
good
ma'am.
things came out of Palmetto. So so we want to give a shout out to her. She's also CEO and founder of Grace in the Kingdom and Diamonds Are You school and also hair salon. Been around for a while,
Yes,
teaching us how to love ourselves, teaching us how to groom ourselves, teaching us how to let go and let God so that the best us can come out
yes,
in the forefront. Because we go through so many things in life, and
yes,
sometimes you see people, sometimes your age or younger, and you be saying to yourself, you may not say it out loud, but first thing you say is, "Oh my goodness, boy, they sure been through some things." You just, it's
yes,
just their eyes. Not
yes.
even before you get to their appearance. It's
Mhm,
just the eyes
mhm.
that you know. So
Yes,
then they come into your salon, and then you work the work that's on the inside of
yes.
them.
Yes. First of all, I speak to their spirit
Uh huh.
because when I'm ministering, and I do my studies, we are vibrational beings.
Right.
That's if someone walks in the room, if you're somewhere and someone walk in, you can feel their spirit. You can feel when someone's sad, or you can feel when someone is joyful and everything. And once you begin to nurture the spirit, then it'll connect to the soul and it begin to help people feel better about themselves. It'll
Yes.
raise their hope and their faith up.
Mm-hmm.
that, I'm going to give this a chance. Thank you for talking to me, Dr. Green. No, no worries. That's what I'm put on this earth to do. Whatever God is putting me to do, the purpose, I want to make sure I leave empty.
Wow.
Whomever he sent past my way, a lot of times all through the day now, I fall into Pam and I said, Lord, forgive me, because I know forgiveness, when you ask for forgiveness, it's from a clean, from your heart, and you're not just doing a lip forgiveness. Now it's giving me a clean slate. Okay, I can do this again. That's why we need God's help every day, because we can't do it on our own.
That's it. That's it right there. And the minute we realize we can't do it on our own, we will have overcome and we're ready for our healing process to take place. My husband is on the other line and he says, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years with the school?
Um, I see myself being a permanent instructor there. I also work in the office. I also have an AS degree in digital cinema. So within the next 5 years, my school should be up and running. We should continue to do community events where we also give out educational scholarships to those who are in school, those who are going to college. We try to put back in the community. And
Uh-huh.
I have my school up and running in the next 5 years.
Wow. That's a full-time job.
Well, I like when you like or love what you do. I don't think it's really a job.
Can you
And I
say that again? Can you say that again for the people in the balcony?
that part, when you love what you do, it's not really a job. I love teaching. I love making it plain so someone can learn, whether it's modeling, whether it's to stand, whether it's the theory class dealing with the barbering. I really love doing it. So I have to constantly learn more so I can teach more.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
And are you in church sometime and you see somebody that's slouched over and walking like they barely can get along? I know that do something to you.
Yes, sometimes we have to recognize that spirit. Sometimes we have to talk directly to that spirit. And then we have to encourage that person. There's
Hmm.
a way that we can speak, you know, uh, the word of God along with some wisdom, and it don't have to be
Yes.
long brought out. That can raise, if we can raise the vibrations, we can raise our energy. We'll feel.
Wow.
That's why when we look up, we bring our energy up. When we look in, we realize the God is on the inside of us. Huh? So when we look up, we're raising up our vibration. When you operate more in forgiveness and love, your vibrations begin to rise. You
Yes.
get to a point where you got that unspeakable joy that I used to hear people talk about. Now I get a little taste of it. Now I understand, by me walking in forgiveness, by me helping someone, give somebody a helping hand, help somebody, Tyler Perry say, cross the street.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I'm talking about. And then, like you say, when they come in, they're not going to leave like we do in ministry. When they come in, they're not going to leave the same way they came.
Absolutely.
Because somewhere along the line, you're going to be done deposited something in their spirit.
There you go. Whether it's a hug, whether it's to let them know that they are important, that God loves them. And I think a lot of times we need to start learning how to love ourselves.
That's
We
it.
want
That's
so many
it.
to love us, but do you love yourself? You know,
Mm,
we have to learn that.
mm. That's true. Because there's so many people, again, I say, have been through so many things that have punished themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, that have gotten to a point to where there is no forgiveness. There is no, I'm going to do better. I wish I hadn't. I should have. And then a lot of times they just beat themselves up.
Yes,
And then,
ma'am.
as you say, they don't really love themselves. But
I've been,
if we
yes,
get back to loving ourselves, we can make a
yes,
change. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. That is definitely powerful. My husband's on the road. He says, "How do you go about recruiting for the academy or your school?"
Word of mouth.
Word of
Once
mouth.
I once people come to events that I give and they want to be a part of it, they will have to take the classes up.
Okay.
They will have to
So
take classes up. So when they participate, they'll know what they're doing. It's not just somebody I'm just throwing out there, because I'm doing an event. Oh no.
uh-huh. Okay. So no expensive advertising and all that kind of stuff for right now, right?
Oh ma'am.
Just word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha. Okay. And he says, is the school a mixed culture? Do you have a mixture of races?
Diversity. Yes, yes. All
That's
different.
it.
Yes, yes.
So when you start your school or salon, then you'll be transitioning from
The academy.
good. Yes.
I would still be a part of the academy because I love teaching the theory. So I could work
Right.
schedule around whatever schedule I have there.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
like I know that theory class has to be something awesome.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and then once they get it in their spirit, then that go-getter wakes up on the inside of them.
absolutely.
And everybody's smile that I've seen on Facebook has been genuine.
Yes,
Like,
ma'am.
thank you, Lord, I made it.
Yeah, yeah. They up a little bit in a loving way, If they're kind of dragging a little bit, I say, look, you come too far. I say, if you want me to take out some special time with just the two of us, where you're stuck at a certain area, I said, just
Hmm.
let me know and I'll put you in an appointment. So I will help with them individually as well as with the class itself.
Okay, okay. So, so what made you choose modeling?
Ah, I don't know. I felt like I was beautiful. I mean,
Well, you are, you are.
I I I was labeled as a poor girl. So, but I felt beautiful and I love fashion. I love clothes. I've been doing it all my life ever since I was 13. I was sold my own clothes and I would make designs and stuff. And, a lot of times I think I was just ahead of my time and it used to
Hmm.
frustrate me.
Hmm.
But that modeling thing, I just love the confidence that it helps me to walk in. I help the self-esteem. I like how it helps me to help somebody else. Even
Hmm.
if they don't go professionally, I mean, because I'm still connected with other agencies. But my plan within those 5 years to your husband is I'm going to have my own agencies. So you can have my school and then the agencies, which will send our models out to different companies for work.
Nice,
Yes, ma'am.
nice. Nice. That's all. Oh my goodness. That's nice. I keep trying to tell you everything we need is right in our own
Right.
backyard. We're always reaching outside of our community,
Yes.
outside of our county, our city. But if you only knew what God has in our backyard,
Yes, ma'am.
here, you would be just shocked.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
really, really, truly would. You see, I don't know if you've seen this thing about the young boys, how they teach them how to dress, and they're all in suits and this sort of thing. And I
Oh,
think it is in New York or something like that.
yes. Yes, I've
Uh huh.
seen it. Yes.
So all of those things are in our backyard, and God has brought it to the forefront that we are here with Dr. Pamela Davis Green. That's right here, product of Palmetto, been right under your eyes the whole while, and so busy helping other people, but all these qualities are there. And I know that's something probably a whole lot of people did not know about me coming to the West Coast. Most of my early college, between nursing and fashion and interior design, we used to do like the models. We would go to the stores and they would allow us to model their clothes, and we'd have fashion shows.
Yes.
I've like chosen different ones, different guys and girls, to same thing, to build their self-esteem. And then different places would allow us to use their centers to have fashion shows, to be able to build and to promote their clothing and that sort of thing. I've always loved fashion, always loved drama. Um,
Yeah.
but it's such a struggle, us being who we are, and then
Come on.
being women trying to
Hmm.
break into the fashion industry and trying to get on that part. We had to look a certain way, have a certain figure or a certain build, to get the exposure, for lack of a better way to say it.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
like you say, when God be for you, who can be against you?
Amen.
And I
Amen.
love the full figured models, the
Yeah.
ones that strut with
the-
confidence.
Yes, I love it. I love the energy that they carry. They have to have a lot
Oh
of
my goodness.
themselves because
Yes,
listen, this is how I look at it. Everybody on the earth in the world is not thin.
that's it.
Everybody not very tall. So there has to be designer that makes clothes for certain types of people, and whether you're full
Yes,
size, you're thin, you're tall, you're short. So that's I want to add that to what I would like to do and produce.
that's
you know,
it.
I like to reach not only just the thin person or the young person. That's another thing, because most people feel that once you get past 40 or 50, we can't do nothing but sit down and watch everybody else model.
Not
We
true.
can model. We can model
That's
as
it.
well. We can get
That's
right
it.
out. I still do it. Get right on the
That's
runway
it.
and produce with
That's
them
it.
and make my clothes come alive.
That's it. Right shoes, right walk, right clothing. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. And I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
Listen,
I
we
do
are
too.
excited about what you are about to birth in this area. And my husband is on fire. He says, when is the next hair show?
I don't do hair shows.
So
I
just the
I
modeling.
I do fashion events, which includes singing, dancing, fashions, uh, food. Sometimes I have food catering. Um, that's what mostly that I have. Uh, I graduated from shows to events now.
Gotcha. And then you have the AS degree in digital cinema.
Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha. So then this, please tell us about this show that's coming up that you're going to do on February 28th. Please tell us about that.
On February the 28th, I am having a Black History celebration banquet. And this will only what this would do is let us know about the ones who paid the way, whether they're famous or not. It could be somebody in your household, to where we are now. Because
Uh-huh.
at that particular moment, each moment we're making history anyway. At that particular moment, we'll let our guests know what lineage we came down to, where we are, and what we are looking forward to depositing on this earth before we leave.
Okay. And that will be February 28th at what time?
The doors open at 5:30, and we'll start serving at 6:30
Okay. And it will be held where?
at the Palace, 115 12th Street, Court East, Palmetto, Florida, 34221.
Okay. 115 12th Street Court East.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's called the Palace.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. You heard it here from Dr. Pamela Davis Green, Black History Celebration Banquet. If you go to my page, it has been shared on my page, or you can tap in on her page at Pamela Davis Green to see the information and be able to acquire tickets for February 28th at 5:30 p.m. And again, it is a show like no other.
Yeah,
From what she was explaining to me, doing some ingenious things
yeah.
at this celebration. So don't miss it if you don't have to miss it. Again, February 28th at 5:30 p.m. And we'll be announcing it again before we get off. But if you're just joining us, man, we are excited about what God has allowed us to interview on tonight.
Yeah.
Dr. Pamela Davis Green, a graduate of Barbizon School of Modeling, Dudley Cosmetology University. She has a master's degree in cosmetology. She's a pastor of Miracle Healing and Deliverance Ministries. She is the CEO and founder of Grace in the Kingdom, the Diamonds Are You School. She ran a hair salon. She has an associate's degree in digital cinema. God just got a big cup and just dumped it on top
I
of it and
know.
said, huh? I know I can use her, and she gonna put all her gifts to
Yeah,
work to bless the people of God. And as
yeah,
she says, when you come into her salon when she was doing hair full time, you didn't leave the same way you came, because not only did she minister to your hair, she ministered to your spirit. So
yes,
you didn't come out the same way you went in. So many
yes.
times we go in salons and or they do our makeup, and we just go in and just get made up, your face get beat and that's it. But to know that you are able to pull out something
Mm-hmm.
while you're putting on something is powerful all within itself. That's a blessing all within itself. I
Yes,
love that.
yes, ma'am.
Ah, I love that. I love that. Man. So tell us a little bit about your ministry.
The- I grew up in that ministry. It was at that
Wow.
church, which a lady came from Miami, Florida, and her name was Sister Johnson. We were
Uh-huh.
small. I had to be about 7, 6 or 7. I grew up there. I couldn't wait to get grown, and I said I would never come back there again. And I could that lady deposited in us because we was little children. Saint Matthew's, the 5th chapter, the 23rd Psalms, John, Saint John, the 1st chapter in the beginning, and I never knew that she was depositing in me because God had a plan for me to be where I am now in the ministry.
Yes.
Because it wasn't my plan. I had other
Oh.
plans. I want to do it. It's like,
That's
and
it.
I like doing it. It can be challenging. So that's why pastors need to be prayed for as well.
That's
You know,
it. That's it.
times we just need that extra spiritual help. We feel things, we hurt, we
Hmm.
cry, you
We're
know.
human. That's it.
Yeah, that's we are human. And this make my 2nd year of being senior pastor, but I have been a pastor for the last 7, 8 years.
Okay. Okay.
Now
Okay.
I'm senior pastor of the ministry.
And that's a full-time job all by itself.
Oh, right. Because
That
people get feelings and everything.
mm-mm. You listen, you can't even get to thinking about what your hair should be and how you should walk while I'm still
Oh,
trying to deal with your soul and that unforgiveness you walking
yeah,
around with.
yeah, yes. You're hurting yourself. But long as
Man,
I do what God tells me to do and share it with you, you know, and hopefully you will get a hold of it. You sooner or later you're gonna have to get it. You got to get it. If you want to get
that's it.
better, you got to do it God's way.
That's it. That's it. That's it. And listen, if you just tapped on, you got to go back after this broadcast is over and tap into where Dr. Green was dealing with the unforgiveness and what
Yeah.
it does and how it works on your body and how it works on your spirit, how it even affects your hair growth.
Yes, it does.
We don't even think about that, but
Oh,
it can even affect the hair growth,
yeah, your organs. Yes.
the inside of you. It can just
Yeah.
jack you up, is what it
Yeah.
can,
Yeah.
if you don't let it go. And we keep saying the same thing over and over again. You have to let it go in order to grow. There is no way God can impart anything in you when you're still holding on to the past.
Absolutely.
So
Can't
how
hear.
could he have deposited all this stuff on the inside of her if she was holding on to any unforgiveness from anything or anyone in her past? But he blessed her, I mean, tremendously.
Mm.
Definitely not more than one eggs in her baskets. Now I want to say it again. February 28th at 5:30 p.m., Dr. Green will be hosting a Black History Celebration banquet. It will be held at the Palace, 115 12th Street Court East, you said?
East. Uh huh.
Uh-huh, East in Palmetto.
Hmm.
Okay, in Palmetto, Florida. Please go to her page for the website to be able to purchase the tickets. She's going to take us a blast from the past to the future to
Yeah.
bring you back through the things that we missed, need to have, should have gotten, didn't receive, but yet and still we're here. As Celia said, best, dear God, we're here.
Yeah. Here. Eyes here.
Oh my God. So I know it's going to be a awesome, awesome celebration. So please support this awesome woman of God. Again, like I say, she's doing some great things. And again, I say everything that we need is right here in our own backyard. I want to shout out to my husband. He's on the YouTube page, sending all kind of questions and everything else to Dr. Green. Um, so we want to make sure that we support her in the community. A lot of you all know her. We just recently met her at Pastor Apostle Libby Bell's banquet. She was actually serving, of course, all the qualities that she has. She was serving.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Not listen, still humble enough to not even think about who I am or what I do, but I just want to help and I just want to serve. And we met her then, and I was saying then we need to bring her on hanging with the walkers so that our family can be able to experience the love and joy that we shared or felt on that night.
Thank
Now, I want you to just share at this point. This is our Black History / Valentine's Month, and I understand that you're single in your spirit, but you're still a
you. Yeah,
lover of God.
yes, ma'am. But I know that he's out there. I
That's
hope
it.
I hope you hear my voice on this podcast, baby. I'm waiting. Come on, my kid. You put God has you set just for me. He,
You better put that thing in the
I
atmosphere.
feel it live.
I love it. I love it. See, single women that are on the line tonight, see, y'all playing with it. But a
Mm,
woman of God trying to teach y'all how to work the work that's on you, on the inside of you. I
yeah,
mean, you have not because you ask not. So she just put it out there. She
I did.
understands that she's waiting for her boy. And she ain't
Yeah,
on the date line, a date night, or on a date websites, looking for a man. She waiting for God to send him to her.
yeah,
So while we're there, if in a relationship and you didn't get a gift for Valentine's Day,
yes.
would that end the relationship or would that put a sting in it if he didn't get you anything for Valentine's Day as a single woman or a married woman? How would you respond to that?
I would look at it like this. The best gift would be shared time, laughter, conversation, hugs, and just spending time with each other. That would be
Mm,
the best gift, because that's everlasting. Because I did a research on hugs when I in college. Hugs releases those endorphins. It
yes,
calms your blood pressure down. It
yes.
adds a sense of security. A hug can do so much. So even if I didn't get a gift, I think the gift of being in the presence of my loved one
Mm.
is enough.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you wouldn't end it. You wouldn't be trying to say,
No,
I don't want to see you no more. Let's
no,
not date no more. Or
no,
you wouldn't
ma'am.
be pouting somewhere because you didn't get something for Valentine's Day.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Wow.
I would not.
If anybody listening to the conversation on tonight, we have seen couples separate
Hmm.
because they didn't get anything
Wow.
for Valentine's Day. We have seen some serious fallouts and then have to make up after the fact because somebody didn't get them something for
Valentine.
Valentine's Day. Yes. Even though it comes once a year, but it meant so much to them that that person that they cared about or loved did not buy them something for Valentine's Day. And I like what you said about the hug thing because uh, in one of my books that I wrote a book called His Wife, His Armor Bearer. And the purpose of that book was to begin to share with those that are contemplating marriage the importance of the vows. So many times we've taken those vows and said those vows, but we
Hmm.
really didn't hold them near and dear and true.
Uh-huh.
And they are so intense and they were there for a reason, but we'll take some of the vows, but we'll just neglect the rest.
Absolutely.
And in that book, I put about the touch. There's something
About
about the touch.
yes, yes,
Even the babies, when they're born in the world, those that have babies, those that have been around newborns, the first thing they tell that mother is to hold that baby
yes,
and make eye contact
yes.
so that you can bond.
Yes.
Now, if it's so important in a natural birth, see, you're making me go there,
Okay,
then
come on.
you can imagine how intense it is in a spiritual birth.
Uh-huh.
That if we miss that touch of God, if
Yes.
we miss that flow, how we feel alone, how we feel neglected, how we feel unwanted. So it's just something about that touch. That's why it's so important for us not to date our assignment.
Absolutely.
Okay, okay, okay,
Absolutely.
okay. Single wantonness, and all of a sudden God said to minister to that man or woman and lead them to me, not
Absolutely.
to thee. Okay. But because we're there and we have that touch, have that charisma going on, instead of them falling for Christ.
They fall for us.
Okay, okay, okay.
That part.
So we have to be careful. We have to be mindful of that authority that we have of our touch, of
Mm-hmm.
our hug and our embrace. After you've went
Yes.
to this diamonds are you school and salon, and you've been made over from the inside to the outside, then you have to be careful and turn that thing down so that
Yes.
you won't
Yes.
be dating your assignment. That's a lesson for the singles,
That's a
just
lesson.
so they understand.
That part right there. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, since we there, we had to deal with that. So
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to make sure that I put it out there. We made it past Valentine's Day. We didn't have to counsel anybody in the process because thus and so didn't get me something for Valentine's Day. And
Mm.
then even during the day, um, I was working it. Different couples, different people that I met. How long you been together, and how long you been married, and have you ever celebrated Valentine's Day, and do you celebrate Valentine's Day, and blah blah blah. So I got a whole lot of mixed emotions. We had a segment, my husband and we were talking about the Valentine's Day, the purpose behind it, and how Saint Valentine was murdered because he wanted to get everybody married so they wouldn't be, living in sin and that sort of thing. So even back then, folk get on you by trying to help bring people together. And
Yeah.
now here we are in modern day time, the same thing happening. They fuss at you, get at you because you're trying to teach them right from wrong.
Absolutely.
So but that
Absolutely.
was I wanted to make sure to get that out there to see how
Mm-hmm.
you felt about that
Yeah.
Valentine thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And at this point, words to encourage those that are living a single life in today's society. What would you say to them? How would you encourage them at this point?
Well, you got to believe that God has a plan and a man for you.
I like that.
Once upon a time, I was looking. Once you stop looking, and then it'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
Once you stop looking, that man is gonna be just up for you. It's like sometimes I sense of humor. I say, God, why is it you taking so long? God, I'm looking around seeing everybody with a man. I want a man too. God is perfect. So let me continue to work on you, Pam. Let me continue to work on the inside of you as I'm preparing you for the king that I'm sending to be yours. Ooh,
mm,
good
mm,
God
mm.
Almighty.
So you felt that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
My Our overseer has been celibate 32 years.
Wow.
32 years. And she said, how many times did she tell God, why I can't have nobody? Why everybody else got uh, biceps and triceps in their bed,
I know, right?
and I got to sleep by myself? I'm all you need for right now, is what he told her.
That sound like him.
Learn, yeah, learn how to love me, learn how to love yourself.
Yes.
And
Yes.
when you learn to love yourself and learn how to truly love me, then you can love him or her. But until then,
Yes.
as you
Yes.
said, you're still walking around with some unforgiveness. You're
Mm-hmm.
still walking around with hurt. You're still
Attitude.
walking around with pain. You're still
Yeah.
walking around with unforgiveness. So why would you want to be a knife instead of a wife, as my girl said long time ago, Juanita
Absolutely.
Bynum. That because that's what we'll do if that memory begins to share some of the things that you were hurt from, then that person is going to have to pay. Hurting
Wow.
people hurt people.
Yes.
So if
Yes.
we haven't let those things go and we're saying, God, I want a man. No, you don't. What you want is my girl said it. I need a little more Jesus. That's what you need.
Yes, ma'am. Work.
Okay, so then you calm yourself down and
Yeah.
allow God to work on you.
Mm-hmm.
And then while He's working on you, then He's working on your mate on the other side of town, the other side of the country,
Wherever he is.
wherever he may be, so that you
Yes.
can be ready.
Yes.
And then my husband said it all the time when we first got together about that jacked up credit. You owe everybody in town. And then you want to link up with me and then bring my credit score down because your credit is jacked up. Oh, but I want a man and I want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I'm
I'm
just
just.
saying.
I'm gonna let you know now. I am getting married again.
That's it.
I am. I know without a shadow of doubt.
Come on now. Come on. See, y'all single women, are y'all listening tonight?
Right. I want what I do pleases God and not out of my emotions and stuff like that because that'll get you in trouble.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And so many times that's how we've acted and reacted. And
Mm,
then a lot of times we say two things. First of all, it wasn't all your fault.
right.
And then second of all, can we accept the things that actually really was our fault?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Because they've learned how to settle in a relationship and then just put up with what you've done all those years.
Mm,
But if there was something that was going to change hands, would I do it the same way or would I do it all over again?
wow.
So
Wow.
we have to reevaluate us, reevaluate the situation, accept the fact that sometimes it's not always them.
Right.
It,
Sometimes.
it, it could be us.
Yes.
It could
Yeah.
be us. It could be us. So, like I said, we're trying to help the singles as well as the married. Sometimes we're even in our relationships now. There are some things that they just put up with because of who we are and that we've been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But if things were to change, would that next mate be able to tolerate the real you?
Wow.
Would that next person be able to accept the things that your partner has put up with all those years?
Wow.
Yeah. And that's frightening
It is.
because the way we talk to them, the way we
Mm-hmm.
respond to them, the way we
Yeah.
act and react towards them, they've just learned to adjust. You see what I
Right.
mean?
Absolutely.
Not necessarily something that they agreed with. It just happened. And now
Just
we're together. Oh, that's just Pam. That's just Barbara.
right. No.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Today I
And that's
want
what happens to us.
me to be better than I was yesterday.
That's it. That's it. Each day, each day.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
if you're just joining us on tonight, we are having a pleasant conversation with Dr. Pamela Davis Green, a product of Palmetto, Florida, a
Yes.
graduate of the Barbizon School of Modeling, and also Dudley Cosmetology University, where she has a doctorate degree. She's also the pastor of the Miracle Healing and Deliverance Ministry in Palmetto, Florida. Sunday services at 11:15. Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30. She's also a playwright, associate's degree in digital cinema.
Yes.
She's the CEO and founder of Grace in the Kingdom. Diamonds Are You School. And stay posted, stay tuned, stay connected because she will be opening up the Diamonds Are You once again in this area, giving us an opportunity to
Yes.
tap in to help our young people be a blessing
Yes.
and teach them etiquette, how to carry themselves, how to be proud of themselves, how to flow, how to dress, how to move right here in our own community.
Yes,
Right
ma'am.
here,
Hmm.
right here, not New York, not Boston, not far off places, but right here in our West Coast. Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Yes, ma'am.
So we got to get excited about that.
We got to.
We got to get excited. We got to get behind that. We have to pass that out, because I can see so many connections um that could be a part, from photography to videography to
Absolutely. Oh,
makeup.
yes.
It's there. It's there. Like you say, vendors to support the events and everything
Yes, ma'am.
coming together. No big eyes and no little U's.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
And everybody can win, especially our kids.
Okay. Yes,
Ah,
yes, ma'am.
I
I
just
also,
love it.
I also would like to add that I'm an author as well.
All right.
The name of the book is called Moment by Moment.
Wow.
Yes, it's
Okay.
absolutely.
And where can we find that at?
Amazon.
Okay. And
Yeah,
it's under the name.
Moment,
Um,
Dr. Pamela Green.
okay, just Dr. Pamela Green.
Yes, ma'am. The
Okay,
name of the book is called Moment by Moment.
gotcha. And it's by author Dr. Pamela Green, and it's
Yes,
available on Amazon.
yes, ma'am.
Oh man, I'm telling you, he just got a big measuring cup and say, "Huh, I can trust her with these gifts, and she
Goodness.
gonna work every work that's on the inside of her."
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. I love it. And I have this vision. I told my husband about being able to connect with other authors and allow us to have like a authors roundtable,
Okay.
to come together to share, um, to be able to help flow, get those that have a book on the inside of them to be able to birth that, and then to build and encourage one another. And it's also like a business network. So
Oh,
stay tuned for that. I'll make sure to keep you posted about that. He had to give you the time to do it, and then when he say go, you just run with it.
Bill.
That's it. That's it. Because I'm working on my sixth book.
Okay.
Um, but like I said, I'm thanking God in advance for the people that He is introducing us to and bringing us in contact with. Um, and I think about this one that I did write called "I Do Fit."
I like that.
Oh my goodness, that would be perfect for your thing that you're doing, because it reminds them that the enemy already knows who you are,
Absolutely.
but do you know who you are?
Okay.
He already pointed you in that direction, already gave you the giftings, but because we are insecure, the thing that he put on the inside of us, we're not able to release. But the enemy knows it.
Yeah.
So what they want to do is to deter you from your assignment, because
Mm-hmm.
they know who you are, and then
Mm-hmm.
to remind you that you do fit. Oh yeah.
Because
Oh yeah.
sometimes obstacles, sometimes we let interference, because that's going to have
Yes.
distraction, slow us down or stop us in our tracks. We
Yes.
could press past that. If we could pray past that, if we could trust
Yes.
God in that, you'll be glad once you get through it. Yeah, do I walk through the valley? On the
That's
other
it.
side, we got the victory right there.
That's
You'll be
it. That's it.
glad.
That's it. That's it. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Like I said, I know that we have to come back because we have so many things that we need to discuss. But please tell us um, any shout outs or anyone that you want to give shout outs to on tonight.
Well, just my family, most of all, they're my biggest supporters. My five sisters, Sharon, Vivian, Octavia, Dosha, and Cleessa, my baby sister. My children, Sean, Pamela, Charlie, Precious, and Princess, all of my grandchildren, my church family, and all of the supporters that come out to the events, that support me at these events. The models that model with me for years, like Miss Carmen, uh,
Yes.
all of them, all of them. And the new person God has sent into my life, Miss Diane McGee, that
Yes.
wants work, that wants to be a part, and they get excited about it. I'm going like, Lord, thank you for sending these people.
That's
Yes.
it. That's
Hmm.
it. I love it. I love it. And if someone wants to get in contact with you, do you want your email address out or your phone number, or
Both email or phone number is fine.
and the phone number?
My phone number is 941
Uh-huh.
592
Mm-hmm.
1739. My
Okay.
email address is pkgreen, like the color,
Mm-hmm.
35 at yahoo.com.
Gotcha. So, and I'll make sure I put that in the chat, pkgreen35 at yahoo.com or
Mm-hmm.
941-592-1739. Now, you already know that this is going to be something spectacular.
Yes,
And a
ma'am.
lot of times we want to get in after it blows up.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm. We don't like to get into it on the ground floor because, oh, yeah, it's not doing anything right now. But it has already caused a stirring in the
Yeah,
atmosphere.
I
And
received that.
because it all has already caused a stirring, then you already know he got no other choice but to just breathe on it.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Oh
I
my
believe
goodness. 'Cause she's been doing it all the while. This is not something new. She's true
it.
to this.
No.
And her heart is in it. And
Yes.
it's ministry for her. It's not work. So those that know the words of prayer, please pray her strength. Now, if you don't have nothing positive to say, don't try to pray for Dr. Green. Don't do that. Don't do that. Keep that to yourself. But if
Keep it.
you come on now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But if you know sincerely that you want God to breathe on this assignment that
Yes.
she has to carry out, please keep her in your prayers.
Yes.
Um, this is going to be something extraordinary. Again, pkgreen35 at yahoo.com or 941-592-1739 to get in contact with her. And I will make sure to put it in our chat so you'll be able to get that. You can always inbox me and I can forward you the information also. But she's going to keep us posted
Yes.
about when she does her grand opening. And
Yes.
again, February 28th, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. Black History Celebration Banquet. It will be held at the Palace, 115 12th Street Court East in Palmetto, Florida. Please see the flyer for her ticket information and how to get a ticket to this wonderful celebration that she is doing. I'm so excited that you
I know.
decided to stop by, hang out with us on tonight. Man, this is just has been a fulfilling night, and I'm glad my husband was able to tap me in on the YouTube page to be able to share in on this discussion with you.
Yes, ma'am.
But
Thank you so much.
yes, ma'am, we are going to see you soon. We are definitely going to stop by and visit the ministry and everything. So
Look forward to it.
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. So all your shout outs, accolades, everything has been passed out there.
One more thing,
Okay,
which is something I learned from a lady named Louise Hay.
okay.
All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good.
Mm.
This situation I go through, out of this experience I go through, only good will come to me. I
Ooh.
am safe. I am healed. I am favored. I am wealthy. I am protected. And I am loved.
Ah. Oh, in the name of Jesus, I receive that. I receive that.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, you know you got to share this broadcast now. If you don't do, if you wasn't going to share it before now, now you really have to share it.
Yes, ma'am.
Somebody has to pass this on to somebody to
Yes.
let them receive the blessings that Dr. Green has just released over the airways.
Yes. Yes.
Come on, y'all. You got to do that. You got to do that.
Thank you.
Um, Understand and know that she is available. It's what she do. It's what she does. It's who she is. To reach out to her, not only to motivate you, but to motivate herself. Because every time we speak blessings and healings on someone else, it also causes healing in our lives too. So,
Absolutely.
so come on, let her bless you, so that she can be a blessing to herself as well. Um, Beautiful, amazing, phenomenal woman that entered into our family of hanging with the Walkers on tonight. I'm telling you, she is right now presently an employee of the Real Vision Barber Academy. And she teaches the theory class, and they are turning out some awesome
Yes.
people in that Real Vision Barber Academy. So shout out to Cornelius Watkins and what he's doing also in the community right here,
Right here.
right
Right.
here. They don't
Absolutely.
have to go to Miami. They don't have to go to Fort Lauderdale.
No,
It's
ma'am.
right here. You can be legal. How about that?
That's right.
You have to be bootleg no more. Come on.
Professional.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You can be professional barbers, master barbers right here locally. Stop cutting hair in that garage. You know you ain't got no license. I'm
All right.
sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
I saw this guy that had a mobile van, a mobile truck,
Yes.
and he travels
Yes.
to do that. Yeah.
It's so much money in barbering. It has take a turn. I mean, it's just so much money in it. Way
And you
more
know that
cosmetology. Way more.
and you know they set up shop at some of the assisted living facilities, some of the nursing homes, and they cut hair in those places, and they're regular.
Oh,
And that's another opportunity right there all by itself.
yes,
Yes, it
absolutely.
is. That's
Mhm.
it, because it's an opportunity to be able to minister to them at their end of life, and encourage them and build them up, because they build up other people all these years,
Absolutely.
and they just need some love. Yeah.
Man.
Another opportunity. I'm like we putting out business ideas right here, right now, you
That-
know.
That's what I like.
That's it. Shout out to our sponsors on tonight. Shout out to Scylla Gibson of Scylla's International Cooking, Dr. John Frison of FPF Investment Group, and also to Credible Tax Pros. If you need your taxes done, you need a bookkeeper, you need services, they are available right now. Tap onto their page. Get in contact with us. We'll refer you over to Credible Tax Pros and Good Credit RX. You need some help bringing your credit up to be able to get your business plan out there. They have all of that available. They have Spanish speaking, Creole speaking, and English to be able to assist you in your needs. Because stop trying to do your taxes yourself, and you know you're gonna owe the government. Go to somebody
Yeah,
professional
professional.
that's gonna teach you how not to hide that money. Come on, I'm trying to help God's people.
Yes, ma'am.
And we have a young lady out of Fort Pierce, Swanelia Pierre. She also sells insurance. You know, we have all these GoFundMe's and PayPal's and all this kind of stuff, but get you some insurance while you're still living. If
Amen.
you were his Valentine, then he will cover you for real. He will have some health insurance on you. I just want to put that out there.
Uh-huh.
If you love me, you will cover me.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to say it.
That
It's just
that part right there. That part.
it just made me feel better to say that. Oh, he loves me and he giving me this and this. Yeah, but is he truly covering you? Do
Mm,
you have health insurance? Do you have life insurance while you're
yeah.
wearing diamonds and rolling on
Yes.
24s and brand new cars and $100,000 homes? What do you have life
Right.
insurance? Do you have health insurance? Are you covered for real,
Are you
Mr. and
covered?
Mrs. Valentine?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We
No.
just had to release that. We got to be real.
Amen. That part right there. Cover me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. What's love got to do with it? It's called health insurance and life insurance. Okay.
Okay. That
Oh
part.
my God. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging with the walkers on tonight. We appreciate you. Know that we love you, and truly there's nothing you can do about it. Keep us posted. We're going to stay connected. I have your number. I'll text you my number so we can stay in touch.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Have an awesome, awesome night. And tell Marjorie said thank you for
I
connecting us.
will. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hugs and
Love you. Mwah.